Hi again, everyone. Gary Digital Williams here on Boxing Along the Beltway. Our news and notes for this week, and been taking a little bit of time off. I've had some other issues go on around in my personal life, and try to get things squared away. But hopefully we're back on the beam. We're going to have to be back on the beam because now we have a lot of things going on in the Boxing on the Beltway area, and with boxers in this area, just a lot of things going on. So we're looking forward to some great things down the road. We also want to tell you about a new sponsor on the Boxing on the Beltway News and Notes podcast. It is indeed Real-Time Pain Relief. Now, if you listened to a number of our live shows, you've heard me talk about Real-Time Pain Relief, and we now is going to be a part of not only the live broadcast, but also this podcast, as well as the blog itself. And basically, it is a great plant-based ointment that anyone can use, from boxers to ballerinas. If you've got any kind of pain at all, shoulder pain, muscle strain, everything in between, headaches, toothaches, you rub this on and the pain is gone in real time. It's naturally plant-based, safe, fast, and effective. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. Real-time pain relief. And you click on the blog, boxonthebeltway.blogspot.com. You can get a free $10 tube. You get details on how to get a free $10 tube of real-time pain relief. And I tell you, this stuff works. No question about that. So make sure you do that. Go on the blog, real-time pain relief. Get a free $10 tube. Click for details on the blog, boxonthebeltway.blogspot.com. And also, later on, next couple weeks, I'll give you an offer where you can text to a certain number and get an opportunity to get a free $10 tube as well. So that's real-time pain relief. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. Now, a lot of things going on. We started this past week with a couple of boxes, actually 3 boxes in action this past Saturday on July the 16th. Kind of mixed results. And we had 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw on this situation. Slick Nick Kisner out of Baltimore, Maryland, he bounced back from that really tough unanimous decision loss to Lamont Capers in Atlantic City. He came back and won a 4-round unanimous decision over Stephen Tyne of Akron, Ohio. That was a bout that was held at a outdoor location. Actually, it was an outdoor rally called the Roar at the Shore in Erie, Pennsylvania. Kisner won by shutout, 40-36, to raise his record to 17-3-1, 6 KOs. Tyner falls to 3-14-3, 2 KOs. Now, the weird thing about this particular bout, though, is that the bout was fought at heavyweight. Kisner came in around 216 pounds for this bout, and this is a guy who has been talking about going down to light heavyweight. He's been fighting primarily as a cruiserweight, but he wants to go down to light heavyweight. And I don't know where that's happening now. I mean, he keeps saying he's going to do it, but he ends up taking fights at cruiserweight, high cruiserweight, or in this case, heavyweight. And so hopefully he can be able to get himself together and do that. But he's going to have to step back up in competition, as Tyner was 3-14-3 now after his loss with 2 KOs against Nick Kisner. So we'll see what happens with Nick Kisner going forward. Also in this card, Fairfax, Virginia welterweight Ahmet the Turk Kayrelti. He battled to a 4-round majority decision draw with Joshua Jones of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, I'm on to bet you, and just I say this just from seeing Kayrelti in his pro debut earlier this year against Shingaskan Tazabai, in which he was very quick on his feet. He was moving back and forth. He was running around, and I know Tazabai looked very, very frustrated by Kayrelti's movement, and apparently Kayrelti did the same thing in this bout. My buddy Kurt Wolfheim out of FightNews.com talked about it and said that Kayrelti made a game of the bout in the second round when he had wild charges in combination. That means he probably went in, came back out, and did pretty well. In the third round, Jones seemed to be doing okay, timing the rushes of Kayrelti with counters. But Kayrelti was the aggressor as the fight ended, said Kurt Wolfheimer. Now, Jones got one of the decisions from the judges, 39-37, but the other 2 judges saw the draw, 38-38. So Kayrelti, who is 5-1 as a mixed martial artist, he's now 0-1-1 in his pro boxing career. And Jones is now 2-0-1 with 2 KOs. Now, that was in Erie, Pennsylvania as well, at the same card as the Kisner's bout. The Other boxer that fought on Saturday was Samuel Bruno Amoako of Silver Spring, Maryland. Very busy man as of late. And he fought on the undercard of Deontay Wilder, Chris Areola in Birmingham, Alabama, at the Legacy Arena. And Amoako lost a 6-round unanimous decision to Ryan Blue Chip Martin. I love that name. Blue Chip Martin out of Cleveland, Ohio. Amoako, as he tends to be, very, very durable, but has no power whatsoever, no offense whatsoever. And Martin is able to land shots at will and went on to the easy victory. Amoako's now lost 8 in a row, but he's only been stopped once in those eight losses. That was in the first bout of that streak. He's now 21-12, 15 KO, with Martin remaining undefeated at 15-0, 9 KO. So those are the bouts that took place this past weekend. Now we're going to move into this coming week, and there's a lot of stuff going on right now, both on the amateur and pro side. On July 21st, which is Thursday night, Lantez Fox is scheduled to be on the card at the Foxwoods in Mashantucket, Connecticut. Now, they had an opponent listed, but then I couldn't see the information. So he's scheduled to be on a card, the Bella Entertainment card, on Thursday, July 21st at the Foxwoods in Mashantucket, Connecticut. Now, the Foxwoods is going to be a pretty busy place because we also have another card at the Foxwoods on Friday night, July 22nd, and it will feature yet another Beltway boxer, and that is, of course, the King's son, Jerry Odom. Now, this is interesting. This whole card is pretty interesting, too. I want to talk about this a little bit. Jerry Odom is going to be back in action. I think this is an important bout for him. No question about that. He needs a win, and he needs one badly because he's he's had a loss and a draw in his last 2 bouts. And he takes on a pretty tough opponent here in Julius the Chef Jackson out of St. Thomas Virgin Islands. And that'll be at the Foxwoods, as we said. This will be a co-featured bout on Showbox as the program celebrates its 15th anniversary. If I get a chance, hope to be able to kind of chronicle that, because Showbox has meant a lot to Beltway boxers in this in the realm of that 15 years. So I'm gonna go back a little bit to see where we have been. I know a number of our boxers have been on that show a number of times, and for most part done very, very well on Showbox. So we're going to take a look at that at some point. Now, Odom is coming off an 8-round majority draw, I should say, against Ronald Ellis. That was on February 19th in Atlantic City. That was on Showbox as well. In fact, this will be Odom's 6th straight appearance on Showbox, and he's 2-2-1 in his previous 5 Showbox opportunities. And Odom actually is replacing Ellis on this card because Ellis hurt his right hand in training. He could not compete. Now, Julius Jackson is the younger of the 2 Jackson brothers. I'm sorry, he's the older of the 2. Excuse me. He's the older of the 2 Jackson brothers, Julian the Hawk Jackson and John the Rock Jackson. And, of course, their father is one of my all-time favorite boxers. I loved watching them box back in the 80s and early 90s. That was Julian the Hawk Jackson. He's the trainer for both John and Julius Jackson. In fact, John Jackson just lost a world title shot to Jamel Charlo back in May. Jackson is 19-1, 15 KOs. Odom is 13-2-1, 12 KOs. And this should be an interesting bout. And again, Odom needs a win. And I think he needs one badly because, again, he had the loss to Samuel Clarkson. He also had the draw to Ellis, and he had a loss early on that he did end up revenging a little bit later on in his career. But Odom could really use a win on this situation. That should be a good bout on July 22nd. That'll be one of, I think this is going to be either a triple header or quadruple header on Showbox. And one of the other bouts on the card is one I'm looking forward to as well. There are 2 guys that we have seen a few times in the Beltway. They're not from the area, but we've seen them a couple of times on cards here in this area. Rolando Ironman Shania out of Delaware, and also, Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Pennsylvania is where he's from, and Oshaki Icewater Foster of Texas, Houston, Texas, will be going up against one another, and that should be a great bout. That bout could go either way because both these guys have pretty decent power. They have good boxing skills. Of course, we've seen them against lesser competition for the most part in this area. Lionel Chenet actually made his pro debut in the Beltway. He's fought, I believe, 6 times in the area in his career, whereas Oshaki Foster fought on a couple of Jetta Promotions cards. And that should be a very good bout. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that one as well. I think it's going to open the card on July 22nd from the Foxwoods. So a lot of things to watch on that particular card. A lot of bouts to watch there. And, of course, Jerry Odom takes on Julius Jackson on that card. Now, that's on Friday, July 22nd. And that's going to be on Showbox. We have a couple of amateur shows in between. We have a amateur show on Saturday, July 23rd at the Sugar Ray Leonard Boxing Center in Palmer Park, Maryland. 2 o'clock in the afternoon there. And, of course, the Mayor's Cup will be on Friday through Sunday. That'll be July 29th through 31st. Now, the event has changed locations now. We first talked about it's going to be at the Bald Eagle Recreation Center. Well, that has changed now. It's just gotten too big for Bald Eagle. And it's going to be at the Ridge Road Recreation Center. And that's located at 800 Ridge Road Southeast in D.C. And that'll be the Mayor's Cup. Again, one of the oldest and most regarded boxing tournaments in the city. Again, they had a long support of Mayor Barry. Every other mayor since then, Fenty, Williams, not necessarily in that order, Williams, Anthony Williams, William Fenty, as well as Muriel Bowser. We don't know because Muriel Bowser is not a big boxing fan. But Williams, Fenty, of course, Marion Barry had it for a long time. I believe Sharon Pratt Dixon, a.k.a. Sharon Pratt Kelly, also was a supporter of the Mayor's Cup as well. So this will be very interesting to see what happens there. That's July 29th through the 31st at the Ridge Road Recreation Center. Also that week, July 29th, Friday, July 29th, and this card has become a very big card in a very short period of time. Now, we're talking about the card that's going to take place at the Centre Videotron. That's located in Quebec City, Canada. Now, we talked about the main event for that card a few weeks ago. And that is, of course, Thomas Top Dog Williams Jr. of Laurel, Maryland. He is going to challenge for the WBC World Light Heavyweight title when he takes on the champion Adonis Superman Stevenson in Quebec City, Canada. Of course, Stevenson is from Quebec, so he's right at home on that situation. But now we found out one of the key bouts on the undercard, and this is rather a surprise to me. And it goes with my feelings about the card, a bout of this nature. Now, a couple weeks ago, we had a situation where actually it's not going to take place until a couple weeks from now. That's going to be on August the 19th when Mike Ballaghan takes on Luther Lights Out Smith. And again, that's a situation where you have two young guys undefeated who are going against one another. And at first, again, we kind of wondered why, because they're both undefeated, haven't had a lot of bouts between the two. But then we realized that their age is an issue with that, because both of them are in their 30s, and we don't know how long they're going to be heavyweights. So that bout kind of gets a pass. The bout I'm about to talk about now, I'm starting to wonder about this one. And you wonder why it's happening at this time with so little on the line. We're talking about Damon the Best At It Nicholson out of Laurel, Maryland, and he'll take on Emmanuel Alim from Richmond, Virginia, in a 10-round bout that'll be, I believe, opening the telecast on the PBC on Spike, which, of course, will be headlined by Williams challenging Adonis Stevenson. Now, Damon Nicholson is 17-1, 16 KOs. That should be 16 KOs. I have 6 KOs listed, but it should be 16 KOs. And he went the distance for the first time in his pro career in his last outing when he won an 8-round unanimous decision over Joshua Okine out of Silver Spring, Maryland. That was on April 1st on the Broner Theophane card at the D.C. Armory. Alim is undefeated, 16-0, 9 KOs out of Richmond, Virginia, coming off an 8-round unanimous decision victory over Jonathan Cepeda on April 19th in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Of course, we got a chance to see Cepeda on a card earlier this year at the Washington Convention Center. And again, Damon Nicholson, 17-1, 16 KOs. Alim, 16-0, 9 KOs. There's no NABF title on the line, no USBA title on the line. So I'm a little wary of a bout like this, in all honesty. I'm a little wary about this bout because the loser of this bout could be set back for a while. And that's what's kind of scary about this. As again, neither man has gone 10 rounds. That'll make it interesting. You got the power of Nicholson, who has not faced a boxer. Even the guy he lost to, Lacan Byfield, he has not faced a boxer with the talent of Emmanuel Aleem. And I don't really think Aleem has fought a guy with the talent of Demond Nicholson. So there's a lot of interesting situations that could come out of this bout as well. So that's going to be an interesting show, no question about that. But again, you wonder why it's happening right now. And that's what's weird about that. So that'll be July 29th on the undercard of Thomas Williams, Adonis Stevenson, with this bout hopefully opening that telecast on July the 3rd, July the 29th. So, again, a lot going on. We haven't even gotten to August yet. We've got cards coming up in August. Of course, we have the card is going to be on the NABF convention show in Washington, D.C. We have the August 19th show at the Crystal City Hilton in Crystal City, Virginia, in Arlington, Virginia. And then, of course, we're watching Gary Antoine Russell try to make things happen at the Olympic Games. So a lot going on. Make sure you stay with us right here on the Box On Beltway Google app for Android. We're going to try to give you more podcasts in the next couple of weeks as we're trying to catch up a little bit. And don't forget, we are sponsored by Real Time Pain Relief. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. You go on the blog, boxonthebeltway.blogspot.com, and you can click on details about how to get a free $10 tube of real-time pain relief. So hope you can do that as well. So we're back next week with some more information, and of course we'll recap some of the bouts that take place this week. So look forward for that as well. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Gary Digital Williams. Always remember to keep supporting the best boxing in the world, the boxing along the Beltway. Take care.